All right, moving on to our agenda, we have Donna Johnston, Clerk-Recorder, Register of Voters, and Clerk of the Board. Oral presentation, overview of the Clerk-Recorder's office.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much for this opportunity to give you an overview of my divisions. The clerk, recorder, elections, and board clerk serve Sutter County from a rather unique perspective, I feel, from birth to death of a Sutter County citizen. When a baby's born at Fremont Hospital, the birth certificate is filed at the recorder's office, where the new mother can obtain a copy if she didn't get one from the health department. She can come on in to see us, and we are fortunate to see a lot of babies come into our office for the mother to get that copy or father to get the copy of the birth certificate. We issue an average of 75 certified copies of those birth certificates a week, or 3,800 of them annually. When that youngster moves on, maybe enters school or perhaps starts soccer or t-ball, if they didn't get that birth certificate before, they come back in to visit us, and the parents can get their copy of the birth certificate and can visit us to get that, and we get a chance to see those kids again, if we're lucky. As that youngster enters school, or perhaps starts soccer or t-ball, they've gotten that birth certificate, but once they're in school, we will more than likely have contact with them again when they participate in a student mock election. We go out and do student mock elections around election time, or give presentations out in the schools as various voter outreach activities that we do, as well as talking to service clubs and other venues to promote civic participation. When that teenager turns 18, he or she will register to vote with the elections department, and then we'll anxiously await for that opportunity for them to vote for the very first time. If they're voting in person, they'll interact with us again by visiting our polling place, come in where they will interact with our trained poll workers that we train before each and every election. As that youngster grows up into an adult, meets the love of their life, they will again interact with our office when they come in to get a copy of their marriage get a marriage license, and perhaps even have their ceremony performed in our little chapel that we have at the clerk recorder's office. The clerk recorder's office, the clerk office issues an average of 20 licenses every single week, or 1,000 annually, and performs an average of 6 ceremonies a week, or 300 ceremonies annually. Now it's time for the honeymoon. If the young couple has decided to travel outside of the country for their honeymoon, they're going to need a passport. The clerk's office processes passports. We're very busy with that right now. We process an average of 100 passports every single week, or 5,200 of them annually. As this young couple moves on, decides to purchase a home in Sutter County, they'll interact with us again. Their deed will be recorded in our recorder's office. The recorder's office records an average of 270 land records weekly, or 14,000, along with other actions involving real property, such as mechanics, liens, and releases. The recorder's office houses the land records of Sutter County back to 1849, used in title searches for real property transactions. As a young couple raises their family on their home, perhaps there's an issue regarding the boundary of their property. There's a proposed lot line adjustment. The husband calls the board clerk's office, or perhaps look at our website, maybe talks to Gino over there, for information regarding coming to a Board of Supervisors meeting so they can attend. He attends the Board of Supervisors meeting, fills out one of the speaker cards, and stands at this very podium to discuss the lot line adjustment with you. Another interaction with the clerk of the board. The inevitable sad day arrives when the husband passes away. Sorry, gentlemen. Yeah. It's statistics. The wife is left to handle the family's affairs, perhaps visiting the recorder's office to file a certified copy of the death certificate, or perhaps to file an affidavit of death to place the family home in the wife's name. We issue an average of 400 certified death copies of death certificates annually. So as you can see, that was a very brief overview of the different functions of the Sutter County Clerk, Recorder, Elections, and Clerk of the Board of Supervisors. We feel we're very privileged to serve the citizens of Sutter County from birth to death, safeguarding their very precious records and their precious rights all the way back to 1849. Any questions?
Great presentation, Donna. Any questions for Ms. Johnson?
Thank you, Donna. It was very good.
Yeah,
Thank
very
you.
nice. Thank you, Donna.